December 2004, Northern Ireland was shaken by a crime so audacious, it stunned the world. A heist that involved hostages, meticulous planning, and £26.5 million in cash, stolen without a trace. This is the Northern Bank Heist. Belfast, a city still healing from decades of conflict, was no stranger to tension. Yet nothing prepared the public for what would unfold that December. Northern Bank, one of the city's largest financial institutions, had just completed routine cash deliveries when armed men executed what experts called one of the most carefully planned bank robberies in history. The heist wasn't just about money. It was about control, fear, and precision. Days before the robbery, several bank employees were taken hostage in their own homes, a move designed to coerce compliance and ensure no mistakes on the day of the crime. December 20th, 2004. Armed men, masked and disciplined, entered the Northern Bank headquarters. Inside, chaos was minimal. The operation lasted mere minutes, yet £26.5 million, nearly half of it in cash, disappeared. No alarms were triggered. No immediate witnesses could identify the perpetrators. The vault was emptied, the money vanished, and the city was left in shock. Authorities were quick to respond, but the meticulous nature of the crime left almost no traceable evidence. CCTV footage showed shadows, movements, but no faces. The plan was precise, professional, and hauntingly efficient. From the moment the robbery was reported, police launched a full-scale investigation. Leads were slow. Every clue seemed to dissolve under scrutiny. The initial focus fell on internal employees. After all, hostages had been taken from homes, suggesting intimate knowledge of routines. Yet questions remained. How could such a large sum disappear without a single trace? Public speculation quickly turned to the IRA, who were rumored to have both the motive and the expertise. The political climate made this case explosive. Northern Ireland was still navigating post-conflict recovery. Any link to paramilitary groups was highly sensitive. December 20th, 2004. Belfast, Northern Ireland. A quiet Sunday evening, just 5 days before Christmas. The city is alive, with festive lights and last-minute shoppers. But in two separate suburban homes, a night of unimaginable terror is about to unfold. Two senior officials of the Northern Bank, Chris Ward and Kevin McMullen, are at home with their families when their doors are forced open. Armed, masked men storm in, their intentions chillingly clear. This isn't a simple home invasion. It's the beginning of one of the largest and most audacious bank robberies in history. The captors' instructions are precise. The families will be held hostage overnight. The bank officials are to go to work the next day, act completely normal, and at the end of their shift, grant the robbers access to the bank's cash vault. Any deviation, any signal for help, and their families would pay the price. Imagine the psychological torture. For over 24 hours, these men had to perform their daily duties, smile at colleagues, and handle transactions, all while carrying the secret terror of what was happening to their loved ones. The weight of that burden is almost incomprehensible. As Monday evening descends, Chris Ward and Kevin McMullen do as they're told. They stay behind after closing, letting their colleagues leave, and then open the doors to the gang. The robbers work quickly and professionally. They load bags and wheeled bins with an astonishing amount of cash. Sterling, euros, and US dollars, all packed and ready to go. They drive away into the night, leaving the bank officials to raise the alarm. Only then did the world begin to grasp the scale of the heist. The final tally was staggering: £26.5 million sterling, stolen without a single shot fired inside the bank. The Police Service of Northern Ireland, or PSNI, immediately launched a massive investigation, codenamed Operation Cerberus. The crime scene at the bank's headquarters in central Belfast yielded very little. The gang was meticulous, leaving behind almost no forensic evidence. They had been disciplined, communicating in whispers, and avoiding any unnecessary contact. The police were facing a ghost crew. They interviewed the bank staff, scoured CCTV footage from across the city, and appealed to the public for any information. The getaway vehicles were found burned out, a classic tactic to destroy evidence. The investigation's focus quickly turned political. The sheer sophistication, planning, and audacity of the raid pointed towards a highly organized paramilitary group. Both the British and Irish governments, along with the chief constable of the PSNI, publicly named the Provisional Irish Republican Army, the IRA, as the prime suspects. The timing was significant. The heist took place during a sensitive period in the Northern Ireland peace process, and the accusation threatened to derail delicate political negotiations. Sinn Féin, the IRA's political wing, vehemently denied any involvement, calling the accusations a form of political sabotage aimed at undermining them. But the police were confident. They believed the IRA had the motive, the means, and the opportunity. As the political storm raged, the real challenge for the robbers began: how to launder £26.5 million in cash without getting caught. The Bank of England had announced it would replace all Northern banknotes, rendering the stolen sterling worthless if not exchanged quickly. This put immense pressure on the gang. The first major break for investigators came in February 2005. Acting on a tip-off, the Gardaí, the Irish police force, raided a house in County Cork. They found over £2 million in a laundry bag. A financial advisor named Ted Cunningham was arrested. This was the first concrete link, the first tangible piece of the stolen fortune to be recovered. Further raids followed across Ireland. Money was found buried in fields, hidden in sheds, and seized during attempted exchanges. In one bizarre incident, a man in Belfast tried to deposit thousands of pounds of stolen notes, claiming he found them. Another man was caught trying to fly to Bulgaria with a suitcase full of the cash. But these were small victories. The amounts recovered were a fraction of the total haul. The core group behind the heist remained elusive, and the vast majority of the money was still missing. The international nature of the laundering attempts showed a network stretching across Europe, but the masterminds were seemingly untouchable. Despite several arrests and a few convictions on money laundering charges, no one has ever been successfully prosecuted for the robbery itself. The one man charged directly with the heist, bank employee Chris Ward, who had been held hostage, was acquitted. The prosecution's case against him collapsed. The evidence was simply not strong enough. The political accusations against the IRA faded as the peace process moved forward, but the shadow of their alleged involvement never fully disappeared. It became one of those public secrets, widely believed, but never proven in a court of law. Today, nearly 2 decades later, the Northern Bank Heist remains one of the great unsolved crimes of our time. Where did the tens of millions of pounds go? Was it used to fund paramilitary operations? Or did it line the pockets of career criminals who simply exploited the political turmoil? Who were the masked men who held 2 families hostage and walked away with a fortune? The investigation is officially still open, but the trail has gone cold. The stolen cash has long since vanished, absorbed into the criminal underworld, or laundered into legitimate assets. The heist has become a modern legend, a story of audacity, mystery, and a near-perfect crime that continues to fascinate and confound investigators and the public alike. It serves as a stark reminder of a turbulent past, and a testament to a crime whose final chapter may never be written. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as compelling as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history's most intriguing mysteries. See you next time.